big. This Sorrowful Life, episode 15, the penultimate episode of the best season of The Walking Dead. Don't know about that anymore.
Well, I tell you what, I'll beg for the life of Merle, because I think this is maybe not the final nail in the coffin, but a few more have been hammered into this show. You've just taken away the best character, arguably, of the entire series. At least this season.
Yes, I'd say, you know what, undoubtedly, I think it's between him and the governor for this season.
I prefer Merle, but I think the governor's been good. But overall, though, I mean, and I know this isn't an episode, this isn't necessarily about the episode here, but I want to quickly mention this, right? See, if you took a lot of Walking Dead fans and you asked them to rank their top 10 favourite characters from the series of all time, most people would not have Merle or Shane in their top 10.
And it's a disgrace.
They're my 1 and 2. So, I honestly, I don't get it. I mean, most people probably wouldn't even put them in their top 20. It baffles me that people can think Jesus, Aaron, Carol, fucking people like this are better than Merle. I mean, on what planet?
Yeah.
How?
It's a planet that's no right, and I think Shane and Merle never even had one interaction.
Bob Stokely was better than Fuck off on it here, come on.
Bob Stokely can get... Who the hell's Bob Stokely? Big Bob?
See,
yeah.
Where's all these... Michael Rooker? You know who he is? Look at the shit John Bernthal went on to do since being killed in The Walking Dead. What's anyone else in The Walking Dead done? Where are they? Where's their careers going? If they're so good, if these actors and actresses are so good, then where are they? No, where are they?
I don't know where they are. And I'm not looking forward to the later seasons. When I say later seasons, pretty much after this season, man, because it just goes nose dabbing down.
I think it's just crazy. We're being led to believe here. Oh, Aaron's brilliant, or I love Jesus, or Carol's a bad. Where's Carol in her movies? When did she appear in a Sylvester Stallone movie? When's she in a box office movie? When's the last time you went to the cinema? And she appeared in the credits.
I went to the kitchen and she was washing the dishes.
I just don't get it, man. To me, Merle is fucking brilliant. And my only problem is we didn't actually get enough of Merle. We didn't get a lot of him at all. You get him in season 2. You get him in episode 2 of season 1. You get him at the start of episode 3 for a minute. Then you get the wee flashback in season 2. Not a flashback, it's like Daryl, it's like a hallucination. So you got that in episode, I think that's 5.
Yep.
And then, even though, see the latter half of season 3, the second half of season, he's not in it a lot. See, once he meets back up with once he joins the prison group, apart from this episode, which is this episode, you got about 3 or 4 Merle scenes.
Yeah.
I don't even think you got 3 or 4.
He talked with Herschel. He saved Rick at the gate.
Right, so he saves Rick at the gate. Next episode's Clear. Isn't it? Yep.
I think so.
The next episode's the one we have the sit down with the governor. The episode after that's basically the one where Andrea runs away. I mean, not enough, right? That's my only complaint. That's the only bad thing I can say about Merle. Fucking guy's brilliant. Michael Rooker's brilliant. But just didn't get enough scenes of Merle in The Walking Dead.
Right, but we'll discuss a lot of Merle this episode. We have to go to the opening scene. We've got Rick talking to Daryl and Herschel. He's going ahead with the plan. He's going to drop off Michonne at the meet.
I'm going to hand her over. I gotta protect the group. Herschel doesn't like it. Daryl
doesn't like
suggests he doesn't like it, but if Rick thinks it's the best thing to do, he'll do it. No, it's weird here, because normally all Herschel does is kiss Rick's ass, so you'd think maybe Herschel's getting a bit jealous here that Daryl's doing a lot of Rick ass kicking, or ass kissing.
No, I don't get here. Rick says this to these two, right? And then he goes to speak straight to Merle. Why doesn't he say to Daryl, me and you go talk to Merle, or you speak to Merle about this situation? He'll know the governor's plans, what's going to happen.
Or just include Merle in that conversation.
Exactly. I mean, realise, I know Herschel's the wise old head, but seeing it comes to battle and tactics, what's the guy got? What? Herschel
Get off my farm.
Herschel 316 says, I just got in the leg.
Well, I mean, he does have an unlimited shotgun, so I mean, that's pretty good.
But he can't stand upright.
Unlimited ammo. Anyway, then we get Rick going to speak to Merle. Merle's too busy looking for drugs. Rick asks him, do you even know the thing? Do you even know why you do the things that you do? Well, do you, Rick? Do you know everything that you do? Rick's done a lot of questionable things, so don't really know where he was going with that. Then he disguises, he talks about his plan. Merle says that, Merle kind of suggests, Kit basically says here, look, it ain't going to work, and you know that he's not going to kill her, he's going to torture her, blah, blah, blah. I think Merle's thinking this would change Rick's mind, but Rick doesn't even bat an eyelid. Oh, you're as cold as ice, Officer Friendly. So, throwback to episode 2, Officer Friendly.
Like that wee nostalgia trip. Not when it's forced. It was fitting. Because Rick knew what he was getting at. He was like, you've changed, Officer Friendly.
It was great because Michael Rooker delivered it.
I know. Simple.
I mean, it's really that simple. Like,
it really is. I mean, he's just the main man, isn't he?
No, he is, huh? I mean...
Michael Rooker, MVP this season, and this was, it was his episode, of course, we know what happened later on. But Merle, he goes down into the boiler room looking for more stuff. Daryl, still a wee bit petty about the whole Rick decision, then goes to speak to Merle about it.
Yeah, so...
He's like, where you at, Merle?
But Daryl's basically saying to Merle he doesn't really agree with it. And then Merle asks Daryl, what do you think? And then Daryl's like, whatever Rick says. Like, do you even possess a pair of balls, baby brother? Which is fucking true.
And I think at this point, Merle knows Daryl's bed is made. I think he knew for a while, but I think at this point, it's a case of Daryl loves these people. He's going to look after them. I'll never fit in with these people. I just need to make a dent into the governor's army sort of deal.
I don't think it was a suicide mission, like.
Well, neither do I, but I feel like he kind of needed to win them over by such a degree, it kind of almost was a suicide mission.
I know, but at the same time, do you think Merle really cared, like, what the other people thought of him?
No, he didn't. I think he was doing it for himself. I think Michonne, in the conversations later, kind of talking through it. But we have a scene, right? One of Merle's last scene in the prison is where he's looking at the window and he's like, it ain't gonna work, Rick. And then Carol overhears him, and then they have like a 2-minute conversation. It's like, why is Carol sitting down like she's fucking Clay Morrow, season 5? He's just been dethroned,
cleaning the guns.
It's like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Then Merle's talking about how she used to get beat up and stuff, and she went, "Oh, it wasn't me, that was my husband." So then Merle says, "You're a late bloomer." Then she says to Merle, "Maybe you are too." I don't know, suggesting that maybe Merle's going to finally do the right thing for once in his life. But I'm not suggesting by any means Merle's a great guy at all. Like, but I don't think he's a bastard. Like, I don't think he's evil. I think he morally does right from wrong. Like,
yeah, but yeah, no, definitely he would probably be the term good waster. Yeah, he seems like a bit of a junkie, but if he's like your lieutenant, he'll follow you to the sword, sort of deal. Unless it's for his baby brother.
Yeah, so...
and then, like, we cut to, like, Rick outside, and then Laurie's there, and it's like, is Rick pondering his decisions here? Who knows what's going on? We get a few scenes for Glenn, where Daryl, like, says to him, you've got to forgive Merle, and Glenn's just being bitchy, and it's just like, I could maybe accept it if it was just to me, but he got Maggie humiliated. Man.
What really happened to Maggie? I mean, like, seriously, the fucking governor told her to take her top off.
No, right, but that's another thing.
But I want to know what's worse, the governor telling Maggie to take her top off, or Merle, like, legit beating the shit out of Glenn and throwing her off and almost killing him. For me, what Merle done to Glenn was worse than what...
But then, Merle brings up the point of user delivering Michonne to the governor, just like I delivered you to the governor.
That's a very fair point.
And let's be real, right?
There's also a line in there with Daryl, and Merle said, you people look at me like I'm the devil. He's not the devil.
No, but another thing, right? See Glenn and Maggie, yeah, they get tortured, right? But it's not like Michonne is going to get fucking... It's going to be torture off a scale they were nowhere near.
Yep. Mel says, you'll take her eye, maybe take both eyes.
Because they had information. She has nothing.
Yeah.
You know. And Merle's also closing line to Daryl. No, Daryl's closing line to Merle.
Plus, I mean, the governor had no real beef with it, too.
Yeah.
Whereas Michonne, according to Milton, killed his daughter. So,
but it doesn't matter. Daryl then says to Merle, I just want my brother back. But hold on, Daryl, right? Your brother has been this guy what seems like most of his adult life / teenager, so what's he wanting from him? I just want my brother back. Well, what was that line on about?
Yeah, I mean...
It's not like Merle's just turned broke bad.
Well, to be fair, later on in a conversation with Michonne, he said he'd never killed anybody. Well, he met the governor.
Yeah, I know. Which... Is he lying? Doubt he'd lie. Like, no reason to lie.
Why would he lie?
No reason to lie. But that brings us on to our next part of the episode. Him and Michonne are down in the chambers of the prison, you kind of just know.
Because Merle basically knows Rick's not going to go through it.
Rick doesn't have the balls, brother. Doesn't have the balls. They belong to Daryl, and Daryl belonged to him.
And they're in his purse. Merle tells Michonne they need to clear out part of the prison because the governor could ambush them and it would be an easy way for him in. I mean, I guess... Here, this is the thing, right?
This isn't a bit stupid that Michonne would go down with him, though.
That's the thing, right? We're supposed to believe that these two buried the hatchet, right? I think they've had one scene speaking together. But there hasn't been any character development. Therefore, from what we have seen, it does seem a bit... I mean, you just don't think Michonne and Merle would be doing something together alone.
What would have made sense here is if, like, 3 people were down there and Merle knocked both of them out. And took Michonne, and another person will go, oh, Merle's took Michonne, something like that. Because for Michonne to go down here, full of zombies, and actually show her back to Merle, and him to do the same to her, in my opinion, even though he knows what he's going to do, it's just stupid.
Yeah, because, I mean, at the end of the day, Merle did try and kill Michonne. And she tried to kill him too, like, I mean, fair's fair, but... Like, how does Merle know that Michonne's not, like, spiteful, and she's waiting on an opportunity for Merle to let his guard down? It just, I mean, the way... I'm not saying they look like friends here, but to me there was just too much trust.
Definitely, but Merle, after eliminating a few walkers, cracks her in the back of the dome, knocks her out, pillowcase, drags her. Next scene.
I mean, wouldn't Michonne be like... Wouldn't she want confirmation that Rick actually wanted them to do this? Would she just really take Merle's word for it?
Yeah, well, that's another thing about this season. The pacing's off. Like, season 2, man, there've been about a 20-minute conversation about, we're going to go into this part of the prison.
We gotta make it secure.
But Merle and Michonne are then walking down the road. He's like, yeah, I'm taking you to the governor, and basically explains Rick's grand plan about what's going to go happen here.
Yeah, but Michonne's like, you sure you don't want to do this? And Merle's like, you gotta play the hand you've been dealt, and I've only got one. I mean, that great line there for Merle.
And he's trying to find a car. At this point, Rick's discovered that these two are missing. Which he speaks to Daryl about, and then Daryl's like, it's my brother, it's my problem, I'm going after him, I'll bring them back safe.
I can track them, I'll go on my own. Look, I'm not saying you don't get people that can track, right? But see, for me, you can track more in a forest or something like that, in the woods. How can you really track out in the open? And how can Daryl really tell? Oh, they walked this way, he jumped in a car here, he took a 90-degree angle here, turn. I mean, come on.
Yeah, like, see when he finds, right, I mean, I know I'm going a bit ahead here, but see when he, like, discovers Michonne, she's walking back in, like, a diagonal line. They were driving on a fucking road. How's he even on that path that she's on?
Yeah, it just doesn't make any
sense. And get into that scene, right? Did you kill my brother? 10-second pause.
How about that scene?
I know, I'm just saying. No, he let me go. I'm just talking about that scene. Like, did that scene not suck? Is that not the epitome of how much of a boring bastard Michonne is? Even though in some scenes with Merle here, she wasn't too bad. Like, going back here, Merle, like, ties her up beside this, like, was it not a hostel, fuck's sake, like a motel sort of thing.
Pillar.
A pillar. At a motel. Merle was then trying to, like, hotwire a car, but then, like, they get under attack via walkers.
The car alarm goes off. Brings out the walkers.
Loudest car alarm you'll ever hear. I mean, I don't know. It was down about 20 different tunes.
It made like 15 I mean, what it reminded me, this car was like the rocket launcher Eddie Murphy used in...
Gangsta lean, I got fleet. I mean, no man. South Dakota, Minnesota, man.
When does a car alarm make all these different, like, themes and noises? I mean, surely it's just like the one constant beep. Beep, beep. Beep. It doesn't go.
I know.
Beep, 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 boom, 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 boom. You know, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
But here, Merle actually, I mean, Merle just fucking wipes them all out, uncuffs Michonne with the. I mean, he's actually using fucking wire.
He says, you gotta use wire, not rope. I mean, Merle just knows everything. Fucking Rick's like, get rope. I'm like, rope won't cut it. I mean, come on.
He's the man. Then they're driving off, and then Michonne's like trying to like guilt trip him about like the group that were 2 outsiders and never be accepted, man. And then he's like, about the 16 people he's killed since he met the governor. 16. I mean, if we were trying to put a count on that, a few army people. When he went in the woods, he killed that wee man. And then Gargulio, and then he's probably dropped a few other people before we saw the cameras on him. But basically, Michonne just keeps speaking to him. It's almost like she's nagging him to a point. He's like, you know what? Fuck off.
I can't go back. Michonne's like, yeah, well, let's go back together. It's like, I just can't go back.
Gives her a katana, which I was surprised about.
Yeah, and then
He could have used this katana later on.
he could have like some. Then even gentleman, like, he opens the door for Michonne to leave.
Cuts the wire. You're free to go. Then we get that Daryl and Michonne scene. I think I just felt a bit off, didn't it?
Yep.
Have you killed my brother?
Let me go. And then she walks off like.
Like, not even like, what direction did you come from? I'll just follow your footsteps, sure. I mean, like, what?
I know, it's like, I just don't even get. I don't get it. Even in the car, like, would Michonne not be like, look, why did we can kill the governor together?
And then also the whole tracking thing, if he kind of knows that he's going to take her to the meeting point, and why does he need this whole tracking thing? Why not just go to the meeting point?
That's actually very true. I never actually thought of that.
Scope it for a distance.
No, I've actually never thought of that. Why the fuck didn't he take his bike? Or a vehicle?
Yeah, like, if Daryl shows up here, I mean, probably both Dixons die, like, they could kill a few and escape on the bike.
No, I'm actually cute. No, now that you've brought that up, I think that's a major plot hole.
Yeah.
Now, you could argue maybe he thought, oh, he'd catch up to them before they got to the meet point, but
then he says, like, the Rick, oh, you'll only, like, slow me down or something. Why not, like, be like, right, we actually know where he's going here. We can intercept or get there.
why don't we take two different cars and you go one way, I'll go another way, but we'll two different directions.
See if, like, Daryl, Rick, Glenn, I mean, the rest are pretty shit, like, but see if those three show up with Merle against, like,
fucking wipe those jobbers out.
I think they
Wipe
would.
them off the face of the earth.
You know, Merle then gets blitzed outside a bar. He's drinking. He pours the drink up to the zombie.
Yeah, he gives the zombie a wee drink through the window.
Puts the tunes up. It's like Metallica.
Got Metallica, and I believe it was Led Zeppelin, so some nice metal music there for Merle.
And he's laughing, man. He's driving at 1 mile an hour. He's driving to the meeting point.
So lucky, Merle's he's not over the speed limit, but he is driving under the influence, so I wonder if Officer Friendly would have an issue with this.
Rick can smell it. He can smell it.
Hey Merle, my name's Rick Grimes. I gotta give you a ticket.
And as this is all going down, Rick's basically talking to the group. Yeah, we were going to actually deliver Michonne. But then he paints Merle as it's like, yeah, we were going to do it, but now Merle's went and did it, so fuck him, because I had cold feet.
I know, like, fuck. He's the one that came to Merle about the idea, and if anything, Merle, at the start, tried. He didn't really beg him to, but he was like saying, you know, if anything, Merle was the one trying to talk Rick out of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, what's the difference? And Merle let Michonne go, just like Rick decided he was going to change his mind. So why is Rick a good guy for changing his mind and Merle's a cunt? Doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm not expecting Rick to turn around and bury himself, but he kind of just throws Merle under the bus, like.
I was going to change my mind, but that damn Merle.
Daryl's away looking at him, so don't you guys bother looking at him.
And another big show face / heel turn here for Rick Grimes. What I said last year, the first night after the farm, can't be like that. Dictatorship's dead. We gotta vote. We gotta be in this together. I can't decide the greater good for you people. We are the greater.
It's all good.
Like, it's not. I'm not gonna bullshit here just because I'm not a big fan of the guy. He is good at speeches. Like, I mean, he is good at delivering speeches.
Yeah, but it's all good. Rick saying this. Oh, it's over.
Like,
it's dead. But see, when you already manipulate more than half the votes, like realistically, if Herschel's up your ass, you've got his two daughters'
He's
votes.
got his family.
Daryl is more than up your
I
ass.
don't really need anyone else.
I know who. What is dishwasher going to go against you? He'll be like, "Well, I need the dishes for you." Fucking winging the plates are. But yeah, Merle shows up at the meeting point. Commando rolls at the car, rolls in,
Finds a
starts adjusting his scope. The zombies appear. The walkers are there.
He's like in a hangar. This is smart. So the car rolls into this like wee open area, which brings the walkers to the car, and it brings the governor's group. They are attracted to the noise. They find the car. Then they start shooting the walkers. And this is perfect because this gives Merle the opportunity to take out the governor's men. And it's all like crossfire, so they're not even aware that Merle's there. Because for all they know, the gunshot is... Can you imagine, if someone just started shooting when he... it's a great plan for Merle. If he just turns up...
Lit.
If he just turns up... Yeah, I know. First shot, they're going to go, right, oh, shit, someone's shooting us. But they didn't even realise. I mean, Merle took out, I think, 6 men, and they didn't even realise that they were being shot at until, unfortunately, a walker manages to creep into the hangar that... Or the whatever you call it, the fucking shed, what do you call this?
It was like a barn sort of thing, wasn't it?
Barn
the silo.
That Merle's in.
6? Did he kill 6? Is that what our kill count's going for?
I'm going to put it at 6, aye.
6? Right, we'll go with 6. He kills 6.
Then Merle tries stabbing it, getting it off him, and he does stab it. He jumps on top of it, but they fall through the door. And literally, I mean, probably half a second, Merle's through the door and he's getting battered.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting absolutely fucking...
The timing here was a bit off, right? And I don't even know, it wasn't even Martinez, it was some fucking jobber we've never seen
And then
before.
it was Martinez.
Literally boots Merle in the face before Merle's even on the floor. It's almost like this guy was sitting there waiting. I thought it was a bit off,
Yeah, like, how would they know this isn't just two walkers coming out and fell?
I think it would have made more... Maybe they wanted it to be quick paced, but I think it would have made more sense if Merle had, stabbed the walker, then kind of, sat up or something, inside or something, or took a breath.
And then he got fucking cracked in the back of the dome.
The fact that he was literally, boom, just snapped his fingers. As soon as he was at the door, the timing looked a bit off.
Within the space of 30 seconds, he kills a walker, gets booted in the face, then gets stomped on about a million times, gets picked up by the governor, fucked through the doors again, hits the governor with a right hook, gets thrown to the deck.
Stomped a bunch of times, gets back up.
Slap, he was like a pimp slap, then he puts his fingers on his mouth, gets them bite off, he hits the governor again, the governor slices him, and then the governor
breaks his arm.
Throws him, I ain't gonna beg, and he gets fucking, yeah, never bang, good night, and it's like, what?
I think the governor's supposed to say, I know, but it didn't sound like that. Or was it like, no? What did the governor say? I think it's supposed to be, Merle says, I ain't gonna beg, I ain't begging you now, and I think the governor's supposed to say, no. I think it's supposed to be I know, but it's weird. It sounds like no.
Even though this was fantastic, I feel like it's almost the epitome of this season. Rushed.
Aye.
It's like I don't like deaths being completely dragged out, but it's almost like it was a great fight scene, but it was like
if you blinked you'd have missed it.
Aye. Could you imagine if you pick up your drink? Could you you drink it, you put it back, Merle's on the fucking ground.
Imagine
4 stomp holes in him.
Hold on, Merle's sitting in a car listening to Motorhead, having a wee drink. You think, alright, he's sitting in the car, nothing's going to happen to him. I'm going to go to the toilet. You come back down and Merle's fucking stabbing zombified Daryl's. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? I mean, it ended in... I mean, it was a great 3 minutes, but it was only fucking 3 minutes. Then we go back to the prison. We've got Glenn proposing to fucking Maggie.
No one cares.
We've just lost the best character here, and who gives a shit, man? If Glenn, didn't even really care about Glenn and Maggie in season 2. To be honest, when Glenn was
no, it's actually annoying though. See what Merle's plan here. See if half of the Rick's group show up, they actually wipe them out.
No, yeah, it's kind of annoying. That
if Merle doesn't fall through the doors, he probably gets another 6.
Gets him on, mate. They didn't know he was there.
I know.
No.
Which kind of alludes to the fact why they stand at the fucking door.
I mean, how much better would it have been if Merle just... I think even if Merle and Daryl's there. Imagine Merle and Daryl and Rick's there and they did that exact plan. They fucking take out the governor and Woodbury there and then.
But that's what pisses me off. This is such a well executed plan, then people will mark it about Carol shooting a fucking firework in the terminus. Like, fuck off. That's just pissing artificial.
And it looked fake.
Merle does a commando role here. It's all you need to fucking know. And he's adjusting the scope, man, with his fucking blade.
Merle done this to perfection, man. It was fucking brilliant. And then, obviously, we've got Daryl. He arrives at the scene, sees a bunch of zombies, sees a bunch of walkers. He's killing some of them, and then he looks over and he sees a familiar-looking walker. And unfortunately, this walker is Merle. So it turns out when the governor shot him, he didn't shoot him in the head. I think he shot him in the chest. You can see the way he shoots at him, though. He's pointed the gun low.
Yeah, unless Merle was a 4-foot midget, like, he was in the chest.
So,
and that's in my opinion, right? Daryl may still be alive in season 11, but this is what killed him. This was the fact. He was up Rick's ass, and this was the final fucking sledgehammer right up Rick's ass, and Daryl's never came out.
It was. So yeah, then Daryl doesn't want to kill him, so he pushes him away a bunch of times, and then eventually Merle's about to come at him, so he grabs out his knife, stabs him in the head, starts crying, stabs him in the head a few more times, then rolls off and cries some more.
That's it.
And that is where the episode ends, so...
Best episode of the season, but the next episode completely undoes everything, and it's like, well...
Yeah, I mean, no, I thought this episode was great. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it 9. I'm giving this episode 9.
Yeah, I agree with a 9.
I don't think it's perfect. And, I mean, it's not nothing to do with Merle, like, it's Still think it's perfect, but that's what it is.
It is what it is. You know what? In terms of a character finale episode, you won't get a better one in this show.
No, I mean, I thought everything Merle done was perfection. Like, I give all the Merle stuff 10s, but
It was surrounded by a bit of pish.
see when you've got Merle, right? You don't. I mean, fighting for his life, and then you cut to fucking Glenn cutting off. But yeah, weird. Apparently, also I read that the fingers that Glenn cut off the walker to get the ring for Maggie. They used the two prosthetic fingers for the governor spitting at Merle's hand as well. So that's a bit cheap. Apparently they had prosthetic fingers, but they used them for both scenes, so that's why Glenn cuts off two fingers, even though there was only the ring's only one finger. Fucking lame.
That's a bit lame, isn't it? Like,
but yeah, no, I mean, you got Merle here. You got Merle Merle going commando, right, man? Fucking eliminating all the governor's men, and then you cut back to Glenn. Will you marry me, Maggie? I mean, who cares?
well, you get in the bin, Maggie.
Show's just been killed. We don't care. And who cares if they're going to get married next season? Show's dead. Merle's just died. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Brilliant episode. Loved it. But at the same time, it sucked because it's the end of Merle.
Yeah.
And I pretty much the end of The Walking Dead. And for me, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to lie and say I don't think there's anything good after season 3. I think Too Far Gone's really good. I think Negan's debut episode's really good. There's probably some scenes there and no between there and there that's pretty good. Like, but overall, as a show, I think that's over.
It's done. But guess what, guys? You're going to have to sit through it with us.
To be honest, though, I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to it, but it's intriguing because I get the gist of what happens in season 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Is it safe to say that this episode
I
is
don't.
will be like a top 5 then?
Full time?
Yeah.
I didn't get this,
I'm trying to think, like.
I'm trying to think the best episodes for me. This, pretty much Dead Already.
Too Far Gone, we'll throw in there. Negan's introduction.
I mean, I like the opening's pretty good.
It's what it is, man, right? We're going to have to review them all, but it's the end of Merle Dixon. And it's sad, it's depressing, but we move on. Till next time, closing thoughts. See you later, brother.